So here's the deal. Golf can be a fantastic game out in nature with friends, or it can be hell on earth, leaving you wondering why we do this to ourselves. That is the exact reason why I stopped playing golf in 2010 and didn't step foot onto a course again until 2024. But now I'm loving it and I have never played as well as I am today. So now I'm going to share 30 things that I've learned about golf that I wish I knew 20 years ago because I probably would have never stopped playing. By the way, it's Doug with Golf Reboot, and if you're new here, you're probably wondering why the heck am I listening to this guy? And I get it, we all do. Well, I've been working to become a scratch golfer after 14 years away from the game. Here's the thing, I was captain of my high school golf team, and it just got to the point where it was so stressful and I didn't have fun anymore that I just stopped playing. I really just started to hate the game. Now I'm sharing my journey back and what I've learned with you. Let's dig in. So number one, you can't play better without good mechanics. I'm not saying you have to have a picture perfect swing. What I'm saying is you have to make your swing work for you. Learn the mechanics of the golf swing and what you should be doing. Not everyone's body can bend certain ways, move certain ways, but figure out how you swing and how you can make that turn into contact with the ball that'll give you consistency, and it'll help you hit the ball right, hit it where you want to, but something you can do repetitively. Something that every time you're swinging the same way, making the same contact. If you don't do that and you're all over the place all the time, you are never going to be consistent and you're never going to get better at the game. Number two, now this one's a little bit you don't have to hit driver off the tee every single time. Obviously not on par 3s. I'm not talking about that though. On par 4s and 5s, look at the course, see what you can do. If it's a 320 yard par 4 and you can hit a driver 220 yards, but it's going to be 50 yards off to the right, that's a problem. If you can hit your 4 iron 200 yards, that gives you 120 in. That's a pitch shot. You can take your pitching wedge and put that on the green. If you can do that, why would you choose the driver there where you're going to be hitting from the woods or go out of bounds or into water, whatever? If you can't control it, hit an iron, hit something else that might not go as far, but it'll put you in a better spot. Now, number 3 is related. It isn't your driver, it's you. You are the problem with the driver. It's not the club. Yes, different clubs can do different things, but it is not the club. It's something with your swing. It's something you're doing. I said before, don't always hit the driver off the tee, but you need to have it there as a weapon, as a tool. You need to learn how to hit it. If you're struggling with the driver, I put my driver in the bag and didn't touch it for 2 years when I was playing in high school. I used to tee off with an iron just because I could control it. You need to be able to use the driver, especially on long holes. So look to see what you're doing. Watch some other videos. I have a video that's out there about the driver swing specifically and things I've learned because I never was able to hit it and now I can. Look at what you're doing and figure out what the problem is so that you can learn how to hit the driver when you should. Number 4, putting is the most important part of your game. Nobody likes to practice it. It's not as much fun as going to the driving range and just smacking the crap out of a ball, but you need to learn to putt. You need to understand putting. I have a video about putting that I think helped me. It can help you. Learning how to putt will change your game. The last round I played on Sunday, I was up at Wild Turkey in Vernon, New Jersey. I had 0 3-putts. I had 5 2-putts. And I had 13 1-putts. Now, the 1-putts, they were anywhere from a foot away to 8 to 10 feet away, and I was able to put them in the hole. 1, my putting has gotten a lot better, but 2, my chipping has gotten me a lot closer to the hole. If I'm not on the green in 2, I can take my 60 degree and put it fairly close to the hole. So learn how to putt, and that can drop strokes off of your score. Like I said, I did a video a couple weeks ago on that, and I really think if you watch that video and try some of the things I talk about, it'll help you out a lot. Now, number 5, I kind of hit on this a little bit. Chipping is a close second. If you take your second shot and you're 10 yards off the green or you're on the fringe, sure, you can use the putter to get on. It depends how tall the grass is. But if you can chip the ball and you can get close, if you can get within 5-10 feet from chipping, that's going to save you strokes. Because then if you chip and you're 20 feet away still, well, that's probably a 2-putt. Hopefully it could be a 3-putt or 4-putt depending on how you putt. If you can chip and get close, that's going to help set you up for less putts and lower scores. I also did a video on chipping that goes through compression versus getting under the ball versus swooping down and using the bounce. So watch that one too. Number 6 is stay down and compress the ball. You don't want to pull up on the ball. If you pull up on the ball, that's when you're going to hit fat shots, hit bad shots, you might scull it. It all depends where the club goes when you do that. But you want to make sure with your iron swing and your wedges really that you are staying down and you are staying down on the ball. You don't want to be pulling up at the last second like you would with a driver. You want to stay down so that you can control the club through impact. Number 7, you don't want to move your spine. We talk about sway all the time. If your whole body is swaying, you're not controlling the club. You're not keeping in line. You need to stay in line. Obviously, you're twisting and turning a little bit, but if you keep your spine in line and you set up for your swing, my swing, I come back like this and I come through. Keep your spine in line. That'll keep you in line with the ball, and it's much easier to get your hands in the club through. If you start going back and you move your whole body back like this, when you come back, you need to try to reset to hit the ball. So if your whole body's moving, you're going to not make consistent contact. So keep your spine in a line. So what do you guys think so far? We're 7 through. Comment down below if you think any of these could help you. Comment down below if you found any other things that are helpful. And let me know what you found with your golf game. If there's anything that I'm missing that you think could be helpful, just comment down below and we'll get a conversation going. Number 8, your setup should be similar all the time, but you have to pay attention driver versus irons, off a tee versus off the grass. What I learned is when I'm hitting off the ground, and I set up, I'm moving my wrist forward a little bit. What this does is it helps me get compression. With a driver or anything off the tee, I'm keeping back a little bit more centered. Now what that does, the club face might still be forward, the ball is still forward. That gives me a better connection at impact and helps my wrists flick through the way that they're supposed to. With irons and compression, your body's going to be moving forward through impact. So if you start like this, when you get to impact, you're going to be in the right spot anyway. With the driver, you start here because you're swinging up on the ball, and that'll let you get through it. Number 9 to me is very important, and in high school, I just didn't believe this, and I think I just didn't put the time into it. Learn your club gapping. Learn how far each club goes. Usually you'll have a 10-yard window, but learn how far they go. I know that my 54 degree, I'm going to hit that around 110 yards to 115, 120 yards. My pitching wedge will go anywhere 120 to 130. So know how far you're hitting each club, because then when you shoot it and you figure out, okay, I'm 150 out, my mind, if it's flat ground, I'm hitting a 7-iron. I know that I can land it 5-10 yards around. Obviously, aim is different. If your aim's off, it's not going to go where you want, but specifically distance, learn how far you can hit each club. Number 10, and this one a lot of people might not believe, but you can gap anything. You can gap your wedges, you can gap a putter. I've gapped my wedges based on where I hold it on the grip. That's something that there's a video on, look back and you'll see that. Full grip, mid grip, low grip, I know all 3 of my wedges where they're going to go for the most part within a couple yards. The putter, based on how far I take it back and how far I go through, I know how far on a normal green, flat ground, how far that's going to go. That sets me up that when I'm practicing, I can gauge the greens and gauge the course to know how far I'm hitting that day. Number 11, play the course, not the player. It doesn't matter who you're playing with, whether they're a pro, whether they're just learning. It does not matter. You are there to play the course. If the person next to you is 5 shots above you, 5 shots below you, doesn't matter, because their shot doesn't matter to what you're doing. You want to play the course. If you hit a bad spot, hit it in the bunker, that's your fault. That's the course. That is not the person you're playing with. So learn to play the course. Do a little bit of research on it instead of trying to play the players. Great if you beat them. I think if you start doing that, you will beat the people you're playing with. But you can't focus on beating them. You have to focus on playing the course, playing it smart, and your scores will come down. So I actually forgot to do number 12 while I was outside. So you are seeing me in the basement. That is Harley, the crazy one, and Toby's hiding below her. So you're going to get number 12 right now. So number 12 is forget your score and just play the game. So one of the biggest things I learned when I was in high school, if I paid attention to my score, I played terribly. And when I stopped and I would have somebody else keep my score, now obviously I knew I shot a 4 or 5, 6, whatever on each hole, I would just tell them. And then I wasn't thinking about, okay, I'm 4 over, 5 over, 6 over to 3, and I played much better.
So keep track of your score just so that over time you know if you're doing better. But don't worry so much about it, and I guarantee it'll help you play better. Some people just can't do it, but what I learned is the less I paid attention to my score, the better I ended up playing.
Number 13, play in segments. I like to play in 3-hole segments. If I can stay 1 over through 3 holes, I'm happy. If I have a bad set of 3 holes, I forget about it and move on to the next set. So after hole 3, I forget about that and I move on to 4, 5, 6. If I'm under, great. If I'm even, great. If I'm over, not overly happy, but forget about it, move on to the next. If you can stay bogey golf, or even if you can stay 1 over every 3 sets, 3 times 6 is 18. That means you're 6 over on the day. You're shooting great. Even if you're 2, 3 on 3, if you play bogey golf, that's 18 on a 72, you're playing at 90. You're breaking 100. You're shooting 90 by playing bogey golf. 14's a big one for me, and I still struggle with this sometimes. Tweak your swing at the range. Tweak your swing in your garage if you have a setup. Do not try to tweak too much on the course. Once you're on the course, you should know how to play, and you should just go through your motion and swing the club. Play the course, play the game you know. Don't tweak anything. If you're having a bad day, go to the range the next day and work things out. Number 15, I mentioned this a little bit before, but 200 yards on the fairway is much better than 225, 250 in the woods or out of bounds. Set yourself up to score well. If you can't hit a certain club, don't hit that club on the course. Go figure out what your problem is on the range, like I said, and use that later. Use a club that you are happy with, you're consistent with, and you know you can hit where you want to. If you do that, it's going to set you up for your next shot, which you can, again, hit a better shot and not have to worry about being all over the course. If these tips are helpful to you and you'd like more, check the link in the description below. You can go to our website, sign up for our newsletter. We regularly send out emailed tips and tricks that'll help you play the game. We're building it out now, and we're hoping to help new golfers and people who are learning to get better with even more tips and tricks to come. Number 16 is pre-plan the course and the round before you even go. So what I like to do, if I haven't played a course before, obviously there's some that I play frequently. If I haven't played a course before, I'm going to look it up online. I'll look it up on an app on my phone, just see what the distances are. I go through and I look at the different holes on the app just to see. If I know I should hit the ball 250 off the tee each time, I've been going further, 260, 270, but 250 off the tee, what's my next shot in? Is it a 7 iron? Am I going to have to go with a 4 or 5 iron? 4 and 5 are probably my least consistent clubs right now, so I really like to try to get that little extra distance. I may even go with a 6 or 7 and leave myself a chip shot to get onto the green because I know I can control the 6 and the 7 better than a 4 or 5. So pre-plan the course, figure out what you should do. That way going into it, you're not guessing. Number 17 is related. Have a course strategy every time. So if I go in and I know I'm not feeling great, I might know that my swing speed's going to be lower. So the driver might not be the answer. Hitting an iron off the tee, hitting a 3-wood. If I don't think I'm going to be able to get the speed to control the driver, I might leave it in the bag for a couple holes. If I don't think I need it, if it's a shorter course or if it's a long par 5 where I can hit 3-5 irons, I might do that instead of hitting my driver and then a 3-wood. So look through, have a plan, know how you feel, know if you're loose, know the weather. If it's raining, things are harder to control. If it's cold out, things aren't going to go as far. So have a strategy every time you go out there and try to stick to it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You can always change things on the fly, but have an idea what you want to do going in. Number 18 is about practice. So yes, practice outside of the course, but you should always practice when you get there. Warm up. I like if there's a driving range, I'll hit a small bucket just to warm my body up, but mainly I go over and I chip and I putt. Those are the things I've found that get me locked in. I get a feel for what the course is. I get a feel for the green. I gap my wedges. I gap my putter based on what I know and what I've learned. Like I said, there's a video on that. But I figure out based on what I'm used to with my putter, how the greens are. Are they faster or slower than I'm used to? Then I can adjust, and it's really helped my putting. So practice when you get there. Give yourself enough time. I hate getting to the course right before tee time because I like to warm up and practice and get a feel for what's going on. Number 19 is part of the mental game. Focus on your next shot. If you put one off into the woods, if you go out of bounds on a tee shot, whatever. It's over. It's done. Put a ball down. Hit your next shot. Focus on that. Don't worry about what you did. You're not going to change that. I don't care if you take a mulligan. I don't care if you pretend it never happened. To me, it doesn't matter. Golf is supposed to be fun. Unless you're in a tournament where that matters, put a ball down, hit another one, forget about what happened. If you don't like how far a ball went, great. Well, go out there and make the next shot better. Plan that shot out. Figure out what you want to do. Your next shot is more important than the one that you just hit. Because if you hit a bad shot and then a bad shot and then a bad shot and then a couple bad putts, your score can blow up. I have seen people go from having a good round to shooting 8s on 3 holes in a row, and there goes the game. It's not fun anymore. Forget about what you did, hit your next shot, and move on. Number 20, learn from every round. Pay attention to what you're doing. I like to make notes sometimes, whether it's on my phone or a notebook I keep in my bag. If you feel something, if you think you're doing something wrong, have somebody record it, or just write a note down and see, what was that? What did that feel like? That was weird. Keep track of what you're doing, how you feel throughout the round, and that can help you learn things about yourself that you can change over time. Number 21, with that one, videotape yourself occasionally. I have the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro. There's a link down below if you're interested in it. I think it's fantastic. I'm a brand ambassador for them. You can see the towel above me, but I bought that and I love it. It videotapes every swing, it catches impact, it shows where the ball would go, and it's really helped change me. Videotaping my swing has showed me every time I'm doing something wrong, and now I'm getting into the more minute things that I'm doing. I can see if my wrists are wrong, if the club face is weird, and that's helped me to get a more consistent swing, better mechanics, but that's really big. If you record yourself once in a while, feel free to send them to us. We'll look at it and we'll see if we see anything weird. We can offer that up to you. I love the mechanics of things, and I love tweaking things. I help my friends a lot of times figure out if they're doing something weird, but record your swing, and I think that can help you. Number 22, stop blaming the equipment. We all do it. One of my buddies told me at one point, it's not the driver, it's you. I said that before. The equipment is the equipment. It's metal, it's rubber grips, and it's a golf ball. It's not the equipment doing the things wrong. It's something with what you're doing. So if you can admit that you have a problem and figure out what the problem is and work on it, you will play better golf because you're going to get more consistency and cleaner strikes. How often do you blame the ball, your equipment, or the course? Let us know in the comments down below. We all do it. Do you think you can finally admit that it's probably not that? Yes, a club can break, things can bend, whatever, but for the most part, the golfer is the problem. It's not the equipment. Number 23, you're not a professional. Enjoy the game. You are never going to be breaking 50 with Bryson. You are never going to be playing a scramble with Rory. It's unlikely. If you do, let us know. That's pretty cool. But you are out there to have fun, to relax, to network, to enjoy your time. You are not a pro. You can practice as much as you want. I like practicing, so that's cool. But enjoy the game. If you don't care to ever break 100, 90, 80, whatever, if you don't want to be a scratch golfer, that's fine. You're not a professional. You're not going to make millions of dollars doing this. So just enjoy it and go from there. Number 24 is another big one for me. Back to the mental game. Clear your head before your swing. If you have too many swing thoughts, you're not going to hit a good shot. That's the end of it. If I set up and I just go back and I swing, I will hit a much better shot than if I'm thinking, okay, I need to get my butt backwards. I need to make sure that my arms are forwards. I need to make sure that I've got this elbow tucked this way. It's too much going on. You need to clear your head and just swing the damn club. Make contact. If you're struggling, step off, take a breath, and go back through your setup. Number 25, remember, golf can help you network. I know tons of people that golf because they're out in business. They're in sales. You can find new jobs. You can find new people. You can find all different opportunities. Golf is not just about going out and playing the game. It can really change things in your life. So think about that. Find other people who are out there. You never know who you're going to meet out on a golf course. Number 26, you don't have to spend crazy money to play the game and to play it well. I just went with a buddy to Golf Galaxy a couple weeks ago, and we were looking at different drivers. He bought a beginner set, which is fine. He started to learn, but he wanted to upgrade the driver. So we looked, they're $500, $600, $700. We went over to the used rack. We found a couple different ones. They were nice enough to let him try them out. And there was one that was probably $200. It was a Callaway. I think it was the Epic. And it was about $200, but him swinging that club, it was perfect. He loved the thing. And he spent $200 as opposed to $600. Now, I do want the Callaway Elite. I know that. But I'm not going to dump $600 for a driver when the one that I bought used for $150 or $200, the Titleist TS2, it works perfectly fine for me. I'm mashing the ball right now with that driver. I don't think switching is going to gain me more than a couple yards. It's been great for me. All in right now, other than my putter that I just bought, the Odyssey Jailbird Cruiser for like $350, that's my most expensive club right now. I bought used irons, wedge set that wasn't a top level wedge set that I love, but all of my stuff has been on the cheaper end. Someday I might go get fitted, spend a lot more money on this stuff. But right now, this works for me. You don't need to spend crazy money, and you can also use apps to find cheaper greens fees. Number 27, I'm going to hit this one again. Bad shots happen to everyone. let it go. You're not a pro. You're going to hit bad shots. Get over it. Hit your next one. Just forget about it. Hit the next shot because the next shot might be better. It might not be, but if you're still thinking about the last one, it is going to be worse. You're going to chunk it. You're going to duff it 5 yards in front of you. Bad shots happen to everyone, including the pros. We've all seen it on TV. So just hit the next one and go from there. Number 28, have a pre-shot routine. I have a different one for my irons versus my wedges versus my driver, but have a routine that you go through anytime you're stepping up to the ball. That way it's consistent. You set yourself up the same way and you have control. When I was in high school, I didn't really do that. I didn't believe it. I'm doing it now and my shots are a lot more consistent and I'm playing better because of that. Now with that, number 25, don't have a 5-minute pre-shot routine. Do not be the person that's got to take 15 practice swings. Do not do 25 waggles every time. Do not step in, step out, step in, step out. It's going to annoy everybody out there. I try not to let things bother me anymore, but 5 minutes is a long time. If you're taking a minute every time you step up to the ball, that's a lot. You should be getting set 10, 15 seconds, clear your head, take a breath, swing, hit the ball. Go find the ball, do the same thing. Go find the ball, do the same thing. Put it in the hole. And number 30 is the most important to me. Have fun. Enjoy it. Like I said, you're not a pro. You're out there to enjoy it, to have fun, to spend time with friends. If you're not enjoying it, why are you out there? Why are you playing the game? Have fun. Don't let it stress you out. I know that it can. I used to break clubs, throw clubs, you know, the normal. But have fun when you're out there. Don't let bad shots bother you. Don't let other people bother you. Enjoy the game. Play it the way it's meant to be played. And I think that'll also help you be a better golfer. Listen, not everything on this list, that was all 30, not everything's going to help you, but I feel that those are some of the things that have helped me. Take what you can, put it into your game, and use it. I really think setting up a good base with some of these things can help to change your game. Thanks for watching. Definitely comment down below if you have any ideas of videos we should do in the future. I'm enjoying doing this. I hope you guys are enjoying watching. Like I said before, if you'd like, join our online newsletter. There's a link in the description below. You can go on there, go to our website, fill out your email. We'll send them out weekly, and we're trying to give out tips and tricks that we've learned or we've seen from other people that can help you learn how to golf and help people learn how to golf better. My goal isn't just to share my journey, it's to help you grow with yours too. I'm not a professional. You don't have to listen to me, but I spend a lot of time looking to see what I can do better, and hopefully that can help you too. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate that. Comment down below with anything you think we should change or do better or what you thought of the video. Make sure to watch the video that's going to pop up over here in a second. You can subscribe down there, and we appreciate that. We'll see you next time.